So on this one, we have a little bit more of a technical one. This is breaststroke kick. This is another drill you could use warming up before you start your actual in-water movements and technique and drills. This is practicing your breaststroke kick, and it's it's nuanced, but it's one that is very important as well. This major, huge lifting of the legs out of the water when he does his breaststroke kick, when you translate that to your actual kicking in the water, it means you're not actually pushing water, you're just kind of waving your legs in there. Breaststroke kick is one that you have to have a feel for the water in order to get it right. But this kick where there's no flex in his ankle, and on breaststroke kick, you're actually pushing the water with the inside instep. That instep has to be exposed in order for you to push the water. So in this one where there's no flex in his ankles, there's no his insoles are not exposed, that is in effect not letting him push any water for his breaststroke kick. So very important to make sure of when you do your breaststroke kick, your feet have to, the inside of your feet, the insole has to face outwards so that you can use that to push the water when you do your kick. I know it's kind of, it might be a little bit strange to look at it in this way, but that's what we're watching here. There's no bend in his ankles, there's no flex, and therefore he's not going to be able to catch the water and actually push it. And like what I was saying earlier, breaststroke kick is about the feel of the water. So you will know you're pushing water when you can feel with that particular part of your foot. There's a whipping motion, and it comes with more practice and more time. So totally different to flutter kick in that breaststroke kick, it takes a little bit longer to master the feel of actually pushing, and be patient with yourself when you go about trying to learn it. Okay, it's not an overnight thing, and that feel takes a while. So be patient with it. So again, we get another vantage point of incorrect breaststroke kick, and this is what the other video of incorrect breaststroke kick looks like when you're actually in the water and doing the kick. As you can see, his feet are not turning out. It's just kind of a flutter kick, if you will, in that, the way the ankle, the knees, there's a whip down instead of out and around under the water. Fun fact here, if you did breaststroke kick like this in a competition, you would be disqualified because your ankles, your feet must not come out of the water, number one. This is more of a flutter kick than a breaststroke kick, right? So feet must stay under the water, and your ankles have to turn out. Otherwise, that's incorrect, illegal kicking for breaststroke. Again, breaststroke is a graceful, it's a power stroke, but it's very graceful, and you have to have the feel of the water in order for it to be effective, your breaststroke kick. So good takeaway here. This is another good drill to use though, the noodle, and making it so that you can get air when needed. We would just want to tighten up the breaststroke kick while we do this drill. All right, correct breaststroke kick. So now, as you can see on this one, you see how his feet are turning all the way out wide, and he's actually pushing the water with the inside of his foot. And when you translate that to in the water on your front or on your back, you're gonna feel a lunge every time you snap your legs together because you're actually pushing water on that one. So very, very good here. Different to flutter kick, and in the way that we do use the knees a little bit more on breaststroke kick, actually a lot more. But a good measure is to try to keep your knees shoulder width apart or a little bit wider, but not much wider. We don't want the knees to flail all the way open, and they're there to be just this wide, uncontrolled out sweep, and then trying to squeeze all that water in. We need the power comes from keeping the knees right around shoulder width or a little bit wider um, apart when you do your snap together. But just to give you a little bit of a guide here, breaststroke kick is in, out sweep, and then together. And that's basically breaststroke kick summed up. As long as you remember that when you squeeze together, you are squeezing with your heels, your instep exposed. That is the name of the game with breaststroke kick. So really the load up, the entire portion of the in sweep is to get your heels open and back so that you can snap them together and complete the kick. So this is good here. This is good kick. Very good, Jared. As you can see, his heels are turned. His feet are turned out, and we're getting the entire squeeze with his heels open and exposed. Very good. Okay, this is correct breaststroke kick with the noodle. Silent. If you can hear your legs kicking when you're doing breaststroke kick, it's not the right way. Okay, the feet are underwater, the knees, your hips, it's all in alignment. There's not a whole bunch of splashing and drama above the water surface with breaststroke kick. As you can see, his feet are turned out. He's getting all the push from each kick, and look how far he goes on each cycle. I would keep the knees a little bit closer in, but he's the boss here. We'll go with him on this one. But a good rule of thumb to be mindful of your knees while you're practicing it is to keep the knees closer rather than wider apart. A lot of people think of breaststroke kick as a frog kick. It kind of is, but it gets out of control when your knees stop pointing down and it's just an open, get your legs out wide, open as far as possible, and then squeeze together. So we don't want to create that habit. But as you can see here, there's in, out, and together. And that's the breaststroke kick. Ankles don't come out of the water, very controlled, composed. And as you can see, a couple of kicks got him from, the near end to the far end of the area that we're using here. His noodle is right under his arms or right across his chest. And the point of the noodle is not to keep you afloat as much as it is to let you focus on your kicking. Get air. You're trying to just put the noodle in a position where you can get air and breathe while you do this stuff, not necessarily incorporate it as a part of your stroke, if you will. And that's why the upper half of his body is not doing anything. He's more or less in streamlined position. He's just trying to get air and be able to think about what he's doing without making it a aerobic workout with holding his breath and stuff. And that's another good thing to remember when you practice your drills. When you're learning it, when you're just starting out, there's no reason for your head to be down and you holding your breath and, taxing yourself while you practice this stuff. You need to put yourself in a position where you can be calm and relaxed and get all the air you need while you think through whatever part of your body you're training is doing. So very good use of equipment here. And as you can see, he's calm and relaxed. This could be a workout. This could be range of motion training, practice, if you will. And with every kick, he's understanding the feel of the water, which is very, very important with breaststroke. So complete, efficient use of the pool, the equipment, and his energy. So very good there.